Hello, I'm Langston, and I'm back on my channel, Gymlandia. And I just have a lot of stuff I want to say. So, first, I want to start by thanking my loyal supporters and my subscribers. The fact that I'm able to just leave and come back and not lose a subscriber, still, able to keep up such high propensity viewers, I just really appreciate it. Having you guys support for as long as I have, especially my core following, it's been so important. And I'm just very proud to, consistently have all of y'all, always viewing, always being around, always being here. And that's something that, it really makes me smile. And it really makes me so happy to know that. But anyway, I'm going to be diving in, talking about some very important things. And we're going to get into it. So, the first thing I want to talk about obviously is the Jordan Child situation and child like there's been new evidence obviously submitted obviously with the Simone Biles series will be coming out like they have like the time on record and there is no like they literally tried to say that Cecile was 4 seconds late but there's no evidence suggesting that they tracked by the second. Like who do you know tracked by the second? Like who? Not even in the military, I think that I've ever seen me write a report by the second. Okay, so not even Uncle Sam is doing that. And Uncle Sam, we gotta be on point with our, tactical movements. So like that's a bold-faced ass lie. Talking about 4 seconds late, y'all are tracked by the minute, not by the second. So they got bombarded by Ratmanians and, the Rochemanian prime minister and, all them other nothing all them other problematic hosts from that nothing ass country. And, because of all that backlash, they felt encouraged to overturn, the results. That's all it is. And, I just wanted to give it to Romania because, you know, something that you need to see is look at how quick they went from a simple disagreement to anti-blackness. Like it was no, oh, I don't, like the decision, which to be fair, the decision is controversial. Like I'm not even gonna sit up here and act like there isn't an argument to be made about the decision. But it's the anti-black aspect, right? And that's something that we talked about. And I've been saying this on my channel forever, but hoes wanted to gaslight me. And now that this has happened, they want to sit up here and deny it and say, oh, not all Romanians, not all these people, not all that, even though not all Germans were Nazis, but it's still Nazi Germany, right? Like not all Russians were communist, but the USSR was still communist, right? Like not all birds are the same motherfucking color, but they're still a damn bird, right? So it's like I hate how people want to, disassociate themselves from something. But it's like we're not talking about every single last one of y'all. We're talking about a specific group. And that's something that, it don't sit right with me. And, I've been saying that. And speaking of DEI, like nobody want to talk about it. Romania is a DEI country, though, right? Romania is a affirmative action country because Romania depends on Germany, they depend on France and other more prosperous Western European countries to give them loans and to give them economic opportunities to help speed run their economy, right? Because like numerous Eastern European countries, they're substantially poorer than their Western European counterparts. So they rely on the Eurozone and rely on, you know, uh, programs that allow Romanians to come work in other Western European countries to build up their economy, right? Like that's just a fact. And that's part of the reason why Romania's gymnastics program has collapsed in the first place is because Romania started getting more economic opportunities from Western countries, they didn't have to focus so much on a gymnastics program. But it just shows you, right? So here you have Romania, a country who's totally reliant on affirmative action from other countries to get ahead, right? But when Black people get something to get ahead, it's a problem. So you see the point, right? So because Romania was held back for decades by communism, which destabilized Romania's economy, which put the Romanian people in poverty, they deserve economic opportunity to get out of that, right? And certain benefits that other countries don't get, but black people don't deserve that to catch up to white people despite being held back for centuries of slavery and Jim Crow, right? So it's very crazy how people can see something to benefit themselves, but that lack of humanity and that lack of understanding is just not existent when it comes to black people. But it's very apparent. And like I said, I've been telling y'all, and y'all had to find it the hard way. That's all I had to say. Like, y'all gonna, like I said, y'all gonna have to start listening to what the fuck I start saying and start actually processing it instead of just trying to do too much. But I want to say that for my core audience and etc., I do appreciate critique. And, it allows me to reevaluate my positions and, come up with arguments and justification to back up why I'm saying what I'm saying or to acknowledge that I might be wrong. So I'm not going to sit up and act like I deny all criticism. But in terms of the shit I say when it comes to defending black women, I'm going to stand on what I said. And this is exactly what I was talking about. And, it pisses me off because it's like people feel so comfortable going low. People, they want to go so low, but they get mad when we go lower. Like, why is that? Like, they just want us to sail our ship into dangerous waters, and then they just want us to run into an iceberg and get sunk like the Titanic. And it's like, no, baby, we finna go on the rowboats, and we finna dock at a port, and we finna get in a submarine, and we finna go, we finna go see Poseidon and go down there and see Namor and get our motherfucking revenge, right? Okay. Why can't we just meet y'all in the middle? Because it's like, why do y'all expect for black people to take the high road, right? That's something that I saw. Like, oh, they're coming at the Anna, they're coming after Sabrina, they're coming after Nadia. Okay, but they came for black women. They came for niggas, and niggas replied. So you get the smoke. Like it was no smoke when the white nationalists and the white supremacists were coming out the woodworks forming whole forums to tear down Jordan Childs. But when black people responded as a collective, all of a sudden, oh my God, Anna's only this age. Sabrina, they're this age. Okay, but that's never mattered before. So, and I said this in one of my videos when I said a white woman's tears is as powerful as a nuclear weapon. And y'all didn't want to hear me. I said that. And look at where we are. That's all I got to say. And let me just say something. The double standards for black women, they're very loud. And I just want to let y'all, misogynoir y'all haters know, like, somewhere over the rainbow, there's a spot in hell waiting for you with no AC, no strawberry lemonades or milkshakes or no ice lattes. Like, bitch, there's a special place in hell waiting for y'all over the rainbow in the closet in Narnia. So, like I said, be ready. Be ready. But I'm not gonna sit up here and keep beating this dead horse. I do want to say that sometimes you gotta be the night king. You just gotta ride a dead horse into battle because it's like I hate, oh, you need to stop beating this dead horse. Sometimes I'm not just gonna beat the dead horse, I'm just gonna ride it. Just put it in perspective. But regardless, I hear what y'all trying to say. But anyway, Simone's new show, we finna see the evidence for Jordan Childs and etc. I have not watched her new show, but I am going to be tuning in. Like I'm going to be looking for more information because I just want to, see that. I think that's a good way for me to bond with my subscribers. We can kind of like episode one review that kind of shit. I think I'm gonna look into that. I want to say coming up in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to make a very powerful video on this channel. So just be ready. I'm going to be motivated. I have the motivation to talk about a lot of shit. I've just been dealing with a lot of stuff. So I haven't been able to. One of my subscribers from Ireland hit me up on Instagram about a rap manian, Sabrina, Vonea. Basically, he said that she was wearing Fox locks, but obviously, how I am, like, don't come to me with no facts, no data, no receipts to back up the argument, right? So I'm just sitting here like, I need to see the facts. So then he sent a picture of mamas with the Fox locks. And, despite seeing the evidence and the proof, I didn't necessarily believe it because let's be real, like niggas are petty. Like niggas don't fuck with these rap manians as we shouldn't. So why wouldn't a black person make an AI picture of that girl with Fox locks? That's what I'm thinking, right? But then I go on the Romanian page And mamas is actually walking around with box locks. So here you have someone breaking bread with white nationalists, right? Reposting white supremacist rhetoric, but replicating the black female aesthetic. You can't make this up. That's all you can say. Like, you can't make this up. And it's really the jealousy. That's what it is. And it's like, it's the audacity of you to come after not one, but three separate black women. And for you to think that you deserved to potentially even win gold, not even just take Jordan's medal. Y'all talking about she had an argument to beat Simone and Reeve. Like, you can't make this shit up. But like I said, bitch, fuck y'all hoes. I'm not sure what pisses me the most off about Sabrina. The razor sharp contour line, the unblended edges that don't match the lock color, the Elmo red blush on her cheeks, or just the nasty technique on her actual skills. The fact that Mama can barely even do a kip to cast handstand, and the fact that she let her leaps crisscross, and just the complete bent knees and her layout skills. Like, I just don't know which one it is. Point blank, period. But anyway, something else I want to dive into is, pay attention to y'all family, right? Pay attention to your friends, pay attention to the people that you know. Like, don't let someone just fall off the rabbit hole and, just get deeper and deeper and detached from reality in terms of, buying into BS conspiracies or etc. Like, make sure that you fight for your family members because, people don't just go off the rails. Like, it takes them a while to get to that point, right? It takes a while for that train to get off the rail. Like, I'm trying to say, like, it takes years of improper maintenance. Like, it takes years of, a bad captain being drunk or some shit like that. Like, the train just don't get off the rail. You know what I'm trying to say, bitch? I stay in Japan, a country that got hella trains. You don't see, issues with trains like that. It has to be a very serious thing that causes it. Like, this is a year-long progression. So if your family starts repeating to you some crazy shit, push back. Push back. You need to fight for your family. Fight for your friends. Fight for them. Because you have these conspirators who are pushing this, radical rhetoric, detaching our family members from reality. And you see this with this MAGA movement, right? Even inside, inside of the black community now. And I want to say that, child, like, the election is coming up in 2 weeks. This is the most important election of our lifetime. Like, and I know we hear that all the time, but this is dead as the most important election of our lifetime. And I know a lot of y'all are terrified. Like, I really am terrified. These next couple of weeks, we don't know what to expect. And just the thought of a resurgence of Trumpism is just something that keeps me up at night. And, as someone who analyzes data, I'm gonna keep it straight real with y'all. Like, the numbers in Georgia don't look good, and Georgia is a very competitive swing state. It's a left trending state, and it's a very black state as well. And if you're seeing issues there, and obviously it's early, it could change. You see how horrific this could be nationwide. So make sure you take you, yourself, your peoples, the people you don't fuck with, your haters, your side pieces, your sneaky links, your ops, take everyone you know to the polls, bitch. Like, everyone you need to know needs to vote. Bring them out. Bring them out. Don't sit back and wonder what you cannot do. If I was back in Atlanta right now and not across the planet, I would have went to hundreds of doors by now because I'm going to fight for every single last person I can to stop my country from, collapsing. We have so many things to be grateful for, and we shouldn't have to lose them before y'all acknowledge it. And, if you live in Michigan, if you live in Pennsylvania, if you live in Wisconsin, if you live in North Carolina, if you live in Georgia, if you live in Arizona or Nevada, make sure you take yourself to the polls. If you don't live in a swing state, your state can become a swing state, right? Georgia used to be a Republican state. It's not a Republican state anymore. So just because your state is red now doesn't mean it can't turn blue. And, for blue states have to stay blue by the people voting, right? So, and also, there's numerous house elections, numerous local elections that matter. So make sure that y'all are tuning into that. Make sure that y'all are voting and using our platform to get out there. Also, I have a political channel. I haven't really posted on there as well. A lot of stress, a lot of things. Do look my mental health with that. But, make sure to check that out as well, military election forecasting. So, make sure to tune into that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I just want to appreciate you guys so much for being here, always being consistent for me. Make sure you have a nice day, you guys. Goodbye.